Good Monday. It is April 27th, 2020. I'm Keith Tebow from FRCMedia. Hope you had a very good weekend. We're beginning another week of our remote broadcast. We're speaking to a number of individuals across the South Coast and in Fall River, not only about how they're dealing with COVID-19, but also, some issues and some information that may be important to you as we're all still dealing with the pandemic. One of the things we're starting, actually we started last week, we're doing it this week. We're going to try to have more of a regular schedule of interviews. Every Monday for the next couple of weeks at least, at 11 a.m., we're going to be speaking with the One SouthCoast Chamber to get a business perspective about what's going on, not only speaking with the chamber itself, but also bringing some of its members. And we're going to start that actually today. I am pleased to be joined by the co-CEO of the South Coast Chamber, Michael O'Sullivan, and a special guest, Charlie Merrow, who is the CEO of Merrow Manufacturing. Gentlemen, welcome. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, Charlie. Happy to be here.
Good morning, guys. Pleasure to be here.
I want to start first with you, Mike, on something that's transpired over the past week. Federal government approved another round, more funding for the Payroll Protection Program, PPP. Are you seeing any more increased interest in local businesses taking part in this?
There's a lot of local businesses that were left out last time in the first go round. Some of it was just a function of timing. Were they on time and doing things in a timely fashion? It happened really, really quickly. So yes, we're getting a lot of questions and a lot of feedback that people are excited and ready to jump in this time. But actually, the portal for the SBA opened at 10:30 this morning. What I heard earlier this morning is that some of the banks had actually begun taking some applications, and we're going to be ready to get those things into the SBA portal right at 10:30. So there's a lot of excitement in terms of the payroll protection program.
Have you heard any more about individual businesses that have taken advantage of it and how they're succeeding with it?
Yes, I have. There's some businesses are very happy with it. Some are struggling with it. Some, ironically, because of the changes in the federal unemployment, the $600, the extra $600, we've had some of our members are actually telling us that it's very difficult for them to get their employees back to work because they're actually making more money than they were. So there's some challenges with it. And there's, the government had to work very, very quickly with all of this stuff. They needed to react real quick. So there are definitely some bumps and bruises and challenges that they're still trying to work through.
All right, I want to get to Charlie now. Charlie, you're the CEO of Merrow Manufacturing. A lot of people may know Merrow in Fall River. The company and the Merrow name's been around for almost 2 centuries, I believe. So before we get into what you're doing now and how you're helping during the COVID crisis, give a little overview about Merrow and how you're servicing the community.
But good morning. I think we had a minor audio problem right there.
No, we're good now.
I'm still having a hard time. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to. We might have to do this, guys. All of a sudden, the audio went out.
I can still hear you, Charlie.
Okay, I can hardly hear you. So if I look like I'm leaning in, like I don't have, like I'm hard of hearing, it's because I really can't. All right. So the answer is to your question. Merrow's been around a long time. We've been investing in the manufacturing industry in the South Coast for the last couple of years in soft goods, in an effort to position the company to build instruments in soft goods. And a significant part of that was investing in workforce and significantly the knowledge capital that exists down here in assembling a manufacturing community that's able to build just about anything. When the COVID crisis started, Merrow was uniquely positioned to be able to design and develop very quickly technical product. And we realized that we were able to build a remarkable set of isolation gowns that we think are technically better than what's been on the market previously. So this company has done an extraordinary job in the last 30 days of moving from a design development and capacity planning stage to a production stage where we're now building several 100,000 gowns a week. We're working as a hub of part of 7 factories right now, and we've hired 41 people in the last week. And interestingly, we're the largest consumer of raw goods in this category of product right now. So we've opened up 2 mills who were closed for the pandemic because of our throughput. So I'm very proud of the team here, and I'm extraordinarily grateful for the support that we've had in the community for what we've done. But it's an unbelievable thing. Everybody should be proud of Fall River right now.
Now, let me ask you, Charlie, who are you contracting with in terms of the gowns that you're producing? Where are they going?
We're working with 100 hospitals at this point, 3 states. The Commonwealth is going to, you'll see our gowns on several million gowns on providers in the Commonwealth. Through the state, we're working with something like 25 Massachusetts hospital systems. And then throughout the country, we're working with a wide variety of customers who represent everything from first responder companies to people working in assisted living. And I think that the real interesting story, though, is the U.S. supply chain stepping up to be able to meet a demand and keep people safe in a way that was fully compromised by our dependence on imported product. And I think that one of the residual effects of this is going to be our investment, our collective investment, but specifically Merrow's investment in standing up a supply chain that's able to produce millions of gowns a month, which we'll be able to do by next month. It's going to be an opportunity for us to provide U.S. built product on a U.S. supply chain in communities like Fall River that will create a lot of jobs, that will stand up through war and pandemic, and it'll be a platform for innovation. And so, Mike, I think a real interesting conversation is that this investment in manufacturing infrastructure, it will make the entrepreneur who comes next year, it will allow that person to have far different opportunities to design, develop, and build product than they would have 3 years ago. And that's a significant impact. That impact is because of our investment right now in scaling manufacturing to be able to meet the demand for isolation gowns.
Yeah, Mike, I know that, we talked last week about other businesses in the SouthCoast, members of the chamber that are also stepping up. So, I mean, this is, as Charlie says, this is an opportunity moving forward for some businesses and some other entrepreneurs who may want to enter this space. I would think that that's something that the chamber will want to promote.
Yeah, we definitely want to promote that. And it's exciting when, it's exciting to hear all the great things that Merrow are doing, but it's also, whenever I have a conversation with Charlie, he's always looking down the road. And when I say looking down the road, he's, how else and where else can this benefit the community? Just as he had just said, entrepreneurs, there's a lot of excitement with situations like this, and they're great opportunities for new businesses, for new people, and even existing businesses as they shift. It's a great place for Fall River right now. Great place to be.
Yeah. I know, Charlie. We spoke maybe about a month and a half ago. We actually went and talked to you. You had some concerns about your business at the time as COVID-19 was just really starting. It was the beginning of March, where you were concerned about the supply chain from China and how it would impact your business. How do you feel this is going to impact your business moving forward now that you've pivoted and taken different tacks?
Well, I mean, it feels like forever ago that we were together at the factory. I can't even imagine doing that right now. Days after we spoke, we put a health and safety team in place, shut the factory down, and created protocols to prevent anybody from the outside being in the building without having to scrub in and going through a detailed and seriously intense process. Going forward, all bets are off. I think one of the things that will come of this is that businesses are going to need to work together to figure out how we navigate a new reality, both from a demand side and a supply side. Our existing customer base is completely disrupted. I had an interesting conversation with one of our retail customers who sells primarily to department stores, and their online business is booming. Our online business here is booming. We're watching it. But of course, they have no demand or sell through to department stores that are shuttered. When we come back online and our commercial business works on building product for other people, we have no forecast. It is entirely unpredictable. And I would caution any business that's expecting there to be some normalcy to what we're doing. I don't think that's right. I think that we're going to have 6-8 months of things being very different, and our ability as a community, working with the chamber, figuring out how we can adjust to a new reality is going to be a significant part of who recovers well. But I don't think anybody should assume it's going to be normal. We certainly don't anticipate it will be.
Yeah. Mike, I know you're hearing that as well with some of your members, right? We talked about this last week. When we get back, when it is normal, whatever that new normal may be, that there's going to be a lot of caution in terms of businesses ramping up right away to the level that they were prior to all this.
Yeah, you can't really say there is a new normal. We have no idea what that new normal is going to be. It's not normal for businesses like Merrow to shut down and just and kind of start over with all of your protocols. I know 2 or 3 other manufacturing companies in the city that have done the same thing, and the concern really is, okay, when the economy opens up, what really happens? What markets are there? What are the products? How, if you like in the restaurant world, as an example, restaurants are probably going to have at least no more than 50% of their capacity because of social distancing and whatever level of social distancing still needs to be there. So, there are sort of things that new protocols that the way everybody's going to do business. Some of them are going to be things that like manufacturers like Merrow and Old Metal Bakery and Blount, they may all do on their own. And then there may be others that are specifically inflicted by the government. So you don't know. You really just don't know what that normal will be.
Yeah. As we wrap up, Charlie, I know that a while back, Merrow was looking for some employees. You still looking for people? Still need people to fill some jobs?
Yeah, we are. We have probably 100 positions open on the floor, and we've been hiring in everything from management down through the company. So we're very actively hiring in customer service, supply chain. We're looking for people to work on the cutting and spreading floor in both management and process jobs. And then we've got some really good managers in place around different sections of medical production. And we're looking for anybody who wants to come in and sew or work on the floor too. It's a different time. We take our health and safety very, very seriously, but we need a lot of people to come in and help us support this. So if anybody's listening and you're interested in working over here, please write into working@merrow.com. We're fielding anybody who's interested.
Well, that's good. Some of the success stories that we're hearing, thanks to you, Charlie, and your organization for, as Mike said, being forward thinking and making that decision to pivot successfully. So I want to wish you all the best. Mike, I want to thank you for joining us. We'll talk to the chamber again next week. So both Charlie and Mike, thank you for joining me, and we'll talk again soon. Take care.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Charlie. Take care.
And I want to again thank Michael O'Sullivan, the co-CEO of the One South Coast Chamber, and Charlie Merrow for joining us today. I want to also thank you for joining us. Continue to visit our website, frmedia.org, as we provide you the latest on COVID-19 and other activities happening at FRC Media. So for all of us at FRC Media, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.